Hi, here Edwin Bahamon, here in Medellin, the Silver Cup, La Eterna Primavera. A beautiful city has been transformed during these days, during these years, because I'm a local from here from Medellin, and I can tell you this city has been through a enormous transformation that has led us to a beautiful, cosmopolitan, modern city. And this city is evolving every day. For example, I was yesterday in the Comuna 13, and it's a vibrant and beautiful place, a place where you can go, you can eat, you can walk. It's like almost a kilometer long, this walking, and you can go, you can take pictures in the miradores, the places, the highest places where you can go. Can have photos there. You can see the city, and the feeling today in the city of Medellin is a city that right now is quiet. It's just waking up. They are just coming from the party, from the work from yesterday, and the things right now at 7 in the morning, 9 a.m. is a very calm and very quiet city. Last 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 week was very crowded, was very busy, was very noisy, especially in the neighborhoods. The fireworks they made a lot of noise, but today, 30th of December, the city is quiet. The city is preparing for tomorrow, New Year's Eve. And it's very good because we had to rest before the parties, the family meetings, family gatherings, because we got to share with the families, we share with the people who we love, we estimate, because it's beautiful. This is the grace of this time. Share with the people, share with the family, with the children. Tomorrow is a date for changes, for purposes, for imagining another future for us. And it's very important that we can have the capacity today, tomorrow, the next day to imagine a better future, to imagine a city where some problems we have can be solved. And as I told you, the mood of this city today is a quiet mood, very tranquil, very slow paced. It's not like the last week that it was crowded. I have just in the center of the city, near Amador and the Ferrocarril Avenue, la Avenida del Ferrocarril and Avenida Amador, where you can see empty streets, you can see some products in the street, but not as the level as last week. Last week you can see it very crowded. You can see a lot of people buying the gifts, buying the presents for the 24th of December, for las novenas, for the family meetings, for the gatherings. Uh, they were buying to the gifts for the novena, la marranada, and it was a very good time last week for the work was very good. This week is more soft, is more slow down paced. So this time the city is very tranquil. But tomorrow you're going to see the parties, you're going to see the noise, the music, the salsa, the reggaeton, and it's good. It's very good. But in those moments, for example, tomorrow, in the moments of parties or gatherings, we should be very tranquil with our mind, enjoying but a cold mind, because sometimes we allow ourselves to delve into the rage, into the bad feelings, into the things I didn't say and what to tell them today, to tell today to the family, and you can ruin a very good moment. I don't know, it could be peaceful, a moment that could be the beginning of the year, and you can ruin that moment for your entire family if you don't manage your feelings properly. So it's very important that today you rest, the city is resting, the city is in a slow pace movement because people is not working, people is on vacation, people is in the fincas, in the paseos, they are away from the cities. But the most important thing is we are tranquil, our mind should be calm, because when we meet in family, there's sometimes bad things, bad behaviors. Sometimes we accept from other people and we are not assertive enough. So a problem I want to address right now is that we should be you should have a very strong and calm mind where you can exchange, you can banter with people and you don't get angry, because when you get angry and you have some alcohol in your system, you start to do bad things, to behave improperly. So that's I brought that thing because last week, 24th December, there was a huge problem, in my opinion, that there was a lot of fights, like 239 fights with knives, with, I don't know, if guns, with fists. There was some violence in the date, so it was not good because families should be together, eating, sharing the things, sharing the gifts. But when you start to behave improperly with violence, saying bad words to your family, to your cousins, nephews, nieces, the aunts, the uncles, we should share properly. We should share with care, being aware that you had to take care of your family. You should be sharing, and you don't agree with something, well, there's another dates where you can resolve that. But right now, in these dates, you should be in a calm mood, enjoying, partying, sharing with the people, not bad feelings. And if you have something to tell somebody, you tell to that person, I want to tell you something right now. Right now I'm not going to do it, but later I am going to speak with you about something as worrying me, is making me upset, and I don't want that to escalate. So it's very important that in these days you should stay calm, stay collected, don't bring history to the table, bad history, because this bad history is going to ruin your current history. Because the important thing is we are alive, we can enjoy, we can share, we can be with our families. So what's the point in ruining a good moment, ruining your New Year's Eve, ruining the Feliz Año moment for something that happened time ago? It has no sense. So it's something I wanted to address, because families could be or a very good place to be, or the hell itself. And don't want you to be violent and to be angry during these days. If you know that you cannot resist alcohol, the alcohol makes you stupid, makes you dumb, so don't drink it, because it's going to ruin your family moment, the gathering, the New Year's Eve. So it's very important for you to stay calm, stay collected, because it is very important. Right now I'm going to change the subject to something that worries me. These days, today is December 13th, Tomorrow is December 31, and there are dates when we can make decisions. We can make purposes. We can foresee the future. So I have a piece of advice. If you want to take it, if you don't want to take it, well, it's no problem. That in these days, you should know that you are the star of your own story. And that is very related with the point I was making, that if you are the star in your story, you are assertive, you have a degree, a little degree, a slight degree of aggressiveness, but you don't go that far in that direction. You only show your teeth when you have to. And when you are the star in your story, you know your star has some characters. You are the main character, you are the star of your story. And the storytelling is a very important tool for beginning this new year 2026, because when you are aware that you are the star of your story, you start to make decisions, intelligent decisions that are not guided by emotions or feelings. If you are the star of your story, you have a mission, you have a purpose, you have a point B when you are intended and you are heading to. So when you are there and there's a car and it passes through that, but it's very big, but yeah, it passed right, because when you see that big cars, makes you nervous. So returning to the topic, when you are the star of your own show, you know you are the main character, so you have to rise to the occasion. Because when you think your life about the storytelling, you know you are the main star, there are other characters, there are a purpose or a mission or something you should accomplish, because you are the star. You see any movie, the main character has a purpose, has a mission. He goes from a point A to a point B. And what I advise you is go from where are you? What is your starting point? Your starting point is characterized by situations. You are economical. You have a emotional situation. You have a job situation. You have several situations. If you take the words of, I don't remember this author, but it outlines 6 areas in the life of any person. He talks about the spiritual area. I'm correcting myself. I'm sorry for that. I'm not going to be very sort of like the Angelina Jolie character told Weasley in the movie Wanted. You apologize too much. I do it that too much, but I will. And advance the topic. There are 6 areas you should be aware of: spiritual, familiar, finance, a physical area, mental area, and social area. There's a Shiva passing by, because we're in December, and you can see for these people the day is not calm. The day is full of partying, full of alumbrados or post-alumbrados, post-lightning. So it's a very good time. When you are the start of your story and you are aware that you have 6 areas, like as I told you: spiritual, family, finance, physical area, mental area, and social area, you start to think differently. And that's why you start to make decisions, and you say, well, which are the main areas, which are the areas that require my immediate attention. Maybe you need to reconnect with God. Maybe you need to be more social. Maybe you need to improve your mental state, your mental processes, your metacognition, maybe. maybe you need that. Maybe you need to start to making exercise because you are so sedentary. So you are areas where you have to improve. And when you are the main character in your story, you start to be less polite, less nice. I'm not telling you be rude. I'm telling you be less polite. Because when the people is not agreeable, the disagreeable people is the people that make things happen. It's a surprise for me that because I'm very nice and I'm a very nice guy, and I evaluated my life and I see that niceness has playing against me. So I found out last week that disagreeable people has better results. I'm not telling you be rude. I'm telling you set limits, be responsible, respect them, and when you start to know that you have clarity on your point B, where you're heading to go, you start to make decisions that make yourself comfortable and make others uncomfortable, but you start to make the right decisions for your own story. And you start to think, well, what is my point B? Where am I heading to? Where I'm going to? So you start to notice that you have started to make decisions. And you don't have to take people, you don't have to make service to make decisions. You have the clarity where you're going to. So you start to make decisions. Decisions that doesn't please people. Decisions that maybe for other people are stupid decisions, are dumb decisions, but you know you're testing the water. You're testing the feeling, you're testing what the things what you can do and you cannot do. So it's very important. If you're aware you are the starting your story, you start to be faithful to yourself. You say, well, I'm going to start this year. I want to go from this moment in my life where I have several situations, spiritual, mental, familiar, there's some other areas, physical, social, financial situations, and you want to go to point B, because every person is for their own interest. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but you should be aware that if you please people, you're not going to do what you're intended to do. You're not going to complete your mission, and that is the main thing to do, to accomplish. Because when you set your point B, you set your mission, your priority, the place where you want to go, you start to make better decisions. You stop pleasing people. I'm not telling you that you should be hurtful to people, you should intend to make bad things to people. What I tell you is, do the right thing, do the things because you want to do them, make the things because you want to help somebody, but you're not obligated to do that. Because some people is very manipulative and they want to take advantage of you. So when the people want to take advantage of you, you start to make bad decisions, you give too much, you give away everything you have, and when you are going to see your pocket is empty, and you have to work a lot, you have to get back, you have to see what happened. And it's very important for you to be better, to help other people, but with limits. It's the most important thing to do. So summarizing this video, I'm finishing this, is you are the first character, the main character in your history. So the idea is you make the right decisions, you make the decisions based on this point B you want to get. Is the point B when you got to go and plant your flag there. Because when you get there, for example, this 2026 I want to run the Marathon of Medellin, Marathon de Medellin. I want to run 42 kilometers. So what I have to do, I am the main character in this story, so I want to train. I have to train. I had to pay the career, the race. I had to pay the race. I had to pay the trainer. I had to start training in order to go to make a good time, a good record in the track, in the race. So I need to make decisions. For example, I need to tell my friends, I'm not going out with you, I'm not drinking alcohol, I got to go bed earlier, I have training, I have sessions, I have everything intended to make a good race at September 2026. And I had to pay the race, I had to do a lot of things, so I have to focus in what I want to do. And in my story, I want to have a very good time in the race. So you make decisions, you set the goal, you make decisions, and you don't please anyone. You make the right things. If someone needs your help, maybe you can help him, maybe not, but you should be with your calm mind that you are making the best decisions. Maybe you're making some mistakes. We are not perfect. And well, this video is finalizing. Thanks for seeing this. This is a very no script, no guion, no writing associated, but it was very good. Bye. See you in a while. Bye.